everybody, and welcome to another episode of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video games and K-pop news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. And remember, typically the show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed. Now on with the show. I'm one of your hosts, Wabba plays alongside the Pirate Pez.
Aye, mateys, here's the thing. When I put on the hat, I said Wabba Plays is going to make a joke about it. So here I am on a pirate. It's great to see you today. Captain Redbeard at your service, ready to take you on sail through this podcast. Strap on in, lads, for we will have an adventure. We will find gold and treasure at every port.
Something in Australian.
I knew it. Oh, I'm so dark and twisted. Oh, no.
No wonder they got sent to the island.
Oh, no, I'm so dark and twisted.
Yeah. That was actually, I will say, that was better than I expected.
Thank you. I am a man of no talents, but I can do some voices every now and then.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
There's some pre-show that we will not be carrying over to on-show, but just know it makes me crack up every time and ruins me for the start of the podcast.
Yep. I do a good I can do a good Irish accent most of the time. I don't think you've seen The Righteous Gemstones.
I'm sure your Irish accent is not good.
It's probably not good any of the time.
It probably makes people very upset when you do it in Boston.
All the Irish are like, hey, don't do that. That's racist.
Yeah, like, hey, it's 2025.
I don't know if you've ever seen the show The Righteous Gemstones, but I can do. You have seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
I can do. So Walt Goggins plays a character called Sweet Baby Billy, so I can do Sweet Baby Billy's voice. By God, I made changes, everybody. It's me, Sweet Baby Billy. Great to see you all today. Now here, perfect.
It's just your Southern lawyer.
Pretty much less of a drawl, because like Southern lawyer B is like, well, by God, everybody, great to see you today. It's less of that, like that's. It's more the South Carolina and less of like the deep South. Anyway,
this is just when we start talking about the movie I watched, do not emulate.
No, I won't.
So Court's not here. He's on vacation. He's actually on a beach. He told us. However, still helping us out with information we needed to make some content today. So shout out Court, jet setting, and getting us the deets. Shout out
to Court drinking an iced coffee for the first time and. I think forever, which I truly do not understand. Can I quickly tell you a Toronto iced coffee story? So I went to Toronto, as they say, in 2009, eight or nine. I can't remember. It was we call it the PM era. It was pre-Mackenzie era. She was born in 2011. So it was before that.
Was that before or after Canada had indoor plumbing?
Unknown. It was still out in the works.
Fair.
I roll up. So we were staying in Toronto. We used to travel to watch Red Sox games because at the time the Red Sox were good and you couldn't buy tickets. Now, hey, at least they're on a 7-game win streak. Shout out to the Red Sox. In Toronto, I go to a Tim Hortons. Now, Tim Hortons is like the premier coffee chain establishment. I walk in and I say, can I please get a large iced coffee? And the lady looks at me dead in the face and says, what is that? And I was like, that's coffee disgusting with ice in it. So she goes, oh, you want me to put ice in a cup and pour hot coffee over it? Now, I thought I was in bizarro land. Because I looked at my wife and I was like, what is this lady talking about? It is iced coffee. Do you have iced coffee? She goes, we have iced cappuccino. And I was like, that's not the same. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm saying at all. Iced coffee. She eventually was like, I don't understand what iced coffee is. I can make you an iced cappuccino. And she kept saying iced cap. And I was like, I don't know what an iced cap is. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what you don't understand about this conversation. She ended up just pouring hot coffee over ice, and I left completely in shambles.
It's like we're speaking the same language, but we still don't understand each other.
Yeah, we just don't. You know what?
It's like she's speaking Shakespeare era level English.
And you know what? I feel like that was the beginning of U.S.-Canada relations going down the toilet. That conversation because that little boy that nobody liked turned out to be Justin Trudeau. And ever since that time, no, it was a woman, and I don't know what happened to her.
and that young lady at the counter, Albert Einstein.
Bang. That little girl that nobody liked turned out to be Donald Trump.
We'll have to hear how Court actually acquired it. Do you think he had to go into like there was someone selling it out of like his van or something, like outside the Timmy's, or he's like, hey,
I don't know. I don't know because when he was in Boston, I was like, hey man, like we're gonna go to Dunk's. You should get a nice coffee. He was like, nah, I drink my coffee hot. I was like,
there's like bootleggers like working in like the basements of like
yeah,
pool halls and like churches.
Some guy
grabs up the coffee.
Yeah, he grabs his plastic cup, he dips it into his bathtub, and he's like, here you go. Here's all this bootleg moonshine. Oh wait,
it's all
just
hot
cold
shots,
brew.
the iced coffee.
He's like, oh, you want the cold brew? He goes to the other bathtub because it's brewed differently, and he just dunks it in there. He's like, here you go.
It's like you have to pay off the cops, like
yeah.
to get your, they're importing it, up
like,
the.
Why does it smell like? Why does it smell like coffee in here? Oh, that's just they like run out like chocolate. Oh, we're just like making chocolate in here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Everything's good.
They're adding extra milk so they can cut it and get more of their supply.
Their speakeasies is just like regular cafes that you just can't go in and get a nice coffee. I didn't understand it, and it still bothers me to this day that I could not get a nice coffee in Toronto.
Well, we'll have to ask Court. So I think we're right.
Yeah.
That people are like making it out of their basement. So he'll confirm for us next week. Look forward to it.
Please confirm.
So I was telling you before, I know we talk about like cards and stuff like that. I found like the Pokemon card mecca today. It was amazing. There's a store about 15 to 20 minutes away from me that has
in Toronto.
It's not in Toronto. It has so I wanted to go to a card show because I want to collect 151. If you don't know what 151 is, it's like the new set that came out. It's like impossible to find. I found a binder set at Target for like $20. I opened it, got nothing. I found another one, refused to open because it's worth over $100 now. I actually just found the binder that comes with it in my daughter's room that I gave her, and I pulled it out of her room because it is a $40 binder. That's just so I'm not letting her use it. I'm holding on to it. But this place is amazing. You walk in, cards all over, cardboard box, dividers everywhere. They've got the case. They even have a case that rotates high value cards around like rotisserie chickens. They have the cases that you would see at card shows all over the tables. It's incredible.
That is incredible. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's to the point where I might actually like go in and ask like, hey, do you mind if I like make content? Like I would love to just do like a walkthrough of the store for our channel. I think people would find it interesting.
That's very
I
cool.
sent Pez and Court a photo of $350 jungle packs unopened and 2 base packs $450, and they weighed them. That's great.
They weighed them?
Yeah, so the weight, the weights are more the weight.
Yeah, the weights are on it, so you know that like no one went in and pulled the hollow or
the heavier the weight, the more likely the hollow.
Right. And then is it
not
priced based on the weight?
No, they're all I think they're all heavy.
Oh, okay.
But it was great, and we went there. My daughter got a few things. It was great. Like she was just picking out stuff. She was telling me to come over. Like she was excited, and she doesn't really understand it, but she likes it. And I spent like what $10. She got a whole a few cards and stuff, and they gave her a free binder. They gave her a free card. Like they're really cool. So I got a few cards for me. My daughter found this one. I'm showing it on the YouTube at youtube.com/savants. It is a Gengar. I do not know where it's from, but I love him. It's him just kind of chilling with some degens, and it was $15 or $14. I want this. Again, the quality I would say 9. Just because I see some whitening on the back. I don't care about the quality. I'm not investing in this stuff. Even the guy was like, "Oh yeah, well if you want the, he's like, yeah, like this stuff's always gonna go up." And I'm like, brother, like I don't do this. I know I flip and I sell stuff. I don't flip cards. I don't care enough. I'm just not. I don't want to get into that. I want to collect for me.
Yep.
And this other one I saw, this is the one of the 151 illustrations cards. This is Pikachu, and I love him. And he's running across the street, and there is a Growlithe to his right. There's Psyduck, who's one of my favorites, on here in the distance, and up front you can see Gengar's face. These are Psyduck, Pikachu, and Gengar are my 3 favorite, and they're all in one card.
Rank them in an
$27.
Order. Rank them in an order.
Gengar's number 1, Pikachu's number 2, Psyduck's number 3. Then it's easy. And I told the guy, I said, Gengar was the only Pokemon I made a nickname for. on the Game Boy.
What'd you call him?
Fifth grade me thought Dabu instead of
Dabu?
Dabomb was a very good nickname.
Wow.
And since then, all my Gengars have been Dabu. And that's
Wow.
it. I didn't nickname anyone else. So yeah, there's a $27 card. I'm not going there. I'm not negotiating. I will say they do have the Charizard I want. It's $200. It's expensive for a card. I'm going to go in with some trades of some vintage cards I do not care about, not my collection, but like stuff I got in the when I was a little older that I graded. But my daughter was so excited to like put stuff in this little booklet she got. She has a bunch of commons, like she doesn't have a lot of valuable stuff, and if she did, I wouldn't keep it there. But I did find this Angie Charizard with his face pressed up against a window. We got at some point. I love him. It was $4, and by the way, the card is worth like 15 to 20. So like I told her, I'm like, hey, let me like hard sleeve this up, and we're gonna put it in the good binder. So it's a cool experience, and the best part for hockey fans or sports fans is it goes, yeah. So half a mile down the road, we have our sports card store.
That's awesome. That's
so
awesome.
I'm gonna have to go there, but it's incredible. I'm not ready to share the name of it yet because I want to get all the good stuff I want first. So I am gatekeeping. But seriously, if you are in Massachusetts, hit me up. I'll tell you exactly where it is.
Did you take her angry Charizard and just give her a bunch of like Weedles and Butterfrees? And you're like, here you go, look at these beautiful Butterfrees. Aren't they so pretty, honey? And she's like, I love them.
Well, so she has because we went to like a store before. She always picks up Pikachus and Eevees, but we get them in hard sleeves. This one wasn't because again it was a $4 card. Now it's a little more, and again, $20 isn't a lot, but like it's enough to people like that card. It's a promo card, I think. I don't know enough. I like the way they look. So I want to put in a hard sleeve
against the window.
He's
like a dog watching the mailman like walk.
Well, the Pidgeys are out there living, and he doesn't want that.
Eat those Pidgeys.
He wants to just obliterate them, and that's just him.
He wants a good roasted Pidgey for lunch.
But it's we have Card Vault everywhere. Card Vault is very good. I use them to grade cards. They do not have a lot of singles that I care about. They sure as hell do not have a lot of Pokemon singles. This stuff, it was like they had the Pikachu N64. They had Power Rangers toys, brand new. They had Miku card packs and boxes, which I need to look into. Yes, I do have a facsimile auto Saki Fujita, the voice of Miku already. So like I'm all in on this White Schwartz. That's the name of the brand. It's a card game. I don't care. But yeah, it's incredible. They have stock. I've never seen that much.
How did you stumble upon this store?
I saw it on Facebook because I'm constantly on there trying to scam Nana. Yeah. So as I was doing that, they said that, and I'm glad it is. And the cool thing, like, so again, tables and tables. There were these two girls there. They must have been like early 20s, like geeking out. Like he's like, hey, do you want a table so you don't have to like lean over and like hurt your back? Like, because you're like literally going through this whole set because it's all sectioned off by set. And they're just like getting hype over that. And I'm like, that's like, this is a cool place. And there's just a trash can full of 151 packs. Like they were ripping something. I don't know what they were doing, but like it seems like it's a place to be. They're very serious in terms of like their operations. But the two things I loved is one, they were willing to chat with me. Buying $50 worth of stuff. That's not a lot. And two, they're nice to my kid. And like I that's always a big. And
there you go.
Even there, he's like she's so cute. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, I'm just letting you know I'm keeping an eye on her. I know she's like a little over there. I'm like, I told her do not touch things that are not in sleeves. And he's like, oh, I'm not worried about it. He's like, don't worry. I'm like, thank you. I'm just the fact that people like that aren't like on my case. Like, you better make sure she doesn't knock something over. Like,
yeah.
Thank you for understanding. Like, let the kids enjoy.
Yep.
We need that. So that was the fun thing I discovered today.
Speaking of enjoying, I believe it was one Wabba Plays who tweeted out that K-pop Demon Hunters is a banger, and I want you to talk about it.
So let me put you on to something.
Put it on me.
So there's a song called "Put It Down on Me." I don't know who sings it, but I was gonna say, let me do. Hold on, this is a good transition. Put it down on me. Let me put it down on you like Jeremiah or Jeremiah. His name is missing a vowel. We're gonna skip that transition. I know that the people.
We'll edit this in post.
The people are like the people my age know what song I'm talking about. They don't know what the person's name is, and when you go to look it up, you'll have the same reaction. It's missing some letters. K-pop Demon Hunters is the best Netflix movie I have ever seen.
Wow.
It is
Okay.
and again, I love Squid Game. I love Cyberpunk Edge Runners. That thing made me upset. This I would say is better. It is the premise. It is animated, I would say, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the new one, but not gross. It is the premise is in Korean culture, there's something called the Hanmun, which is basically a net that keeps demons underground to avoid going up to the people. And throughout history, I don't know if this part's true, but like part of the lore, like actual lore, but like there are singers that help keep them down with uniting people and one, fighting the demons, and two, uniting people through song and unifying them that way.
Interpretive dance.
Kind of like Sinners, which is quite like in a way, Sinners and K-pop, two of my favorite movies this year, kind of similar in that respect. But the first, and so there are these three singers that are going off for that, and it's about the demons trying to get around them and seeing how, okay, well, we're not beating their song, we send people up there all the time, what are we gonna do? And I'm gonna only leave you this. The way that they decide they're gonna do that is by sending us a K-pop boy band, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Interesting.
The animation is fantastic. You have some of the, I would say, like, I know this is Korean, but like some of like the animation style tropes that you see in both anime and also like K-drama, which is very obvious, but it doesn't. While it looks weird, like there's one where like people are putting hearts out and like they're literally hitting people in the face with these like cartoon hearts, or like someone sees somebody and their eyes turn to corn and it gets so hot where then their eyes start raining popcorn because of something they're seeing.
I love that.
And the songs, the songs are actual bangers.
That's why
two things I like about the things. The songs are good. You could listen to them and not even watch the show or the movie, and they serve a purpose. So this is like what I think Disney wishes they could do, and I mean that like I like Moana. But if you've seen Moana
disrespectfully.
No, but in Moana 2, if you've seen it, you understand there are songs that don't serve a purpose. You could have cut the song and like things would have moved on. In this, the first song talks about kind of like a little bit of who they are and how they like fight. Okay. There are other ones that talk about like literally it's all moving the storyline. I don't want to kind of explain all of them, but like as you listen to it, it's like there's a purpose. If the song wasn't here, the movie wouldn't be able to move, and it's great. It's not like, all right, we're doing a song break. Like immediately, like after the first song, it's like, okay, stuff happens, and it's like, hey, we need to release our new single. And so now the song is playing, and it's showing everybody, it's showing how big this group is because everyone's watching it on like the different screens. And it's not just like, oh, we're gonna do a song so we can sell merch or whatever. But it's great. The voice actors are great. They also do the old Disney thing of having a different singer.
Ooh, okay.
And a lot of these singers, they're really good. A lot of them retired K-pop stars. And when I say retired, I mean like 30 years old and still got it and are doing promotion for it.
Yeah. Love to see that. Imagine retiring
and also well, people are saying they're like, because there's one person who's like playing a character in like a subway and singing. And people are like, you guys don't realize that's like K-pop idol royalty. Like he's a big deal. He aged out. And he's like younger than me.
That's insane. Insane.
But again, the story's great. It's great for kids. Yes, there's fighting and violence. They say the word, the die, but it never feels too violent. Like it's good for my daughter's 6 and she loves it. She never felt, like, there are times where it might be sad,
right?
But it's never like scary. And it like grips you in right away. Like, I mentioned they have like the first song. It shows everybody unified. It shows like that Hanmun, the web, and then it shows a zoomed out of everything, and then it kind of zooms into the street, and under the street it shows a quick second of a bunch of demons literally right under the thing, and then it cuts to the title. It's so, I was like, oh my gosh, that's creepy. But yeah, it's great. Everyone is a fantastic voice actor. It makes sense. I don't think there's any like thing with the songs are bops. But like just let me put like it to scope like how big this is. So they've already greenlit it for ever. One of the voice actresses is going to Boston Comic-Con or Fan Expo, which I can't be at because we're going away. Otherwise, I would have bought tickets and gone to meet the main character with my daughter. One of the boy band I mentioned, They have 2 songs. They are currently a fictional boy band with 2 songs. Is the biggest K-pop group in America ever. They have beat size
Really?
record.
What? Bigger than BTS? I don't know if they're K-pop.
Bigger than BTS. Yeah.
Dang.
And this has to. I mean, granted, BTS had to take a few years off to go in the military. True. They all got out, so they're gonna be touring soon. Yes, I care about this stuff, but I mean, you know who BTS is, and you don't listen to K-pop.
Correct.
These two songs are bigger than them,
That's crazy.
and this has been out for 2 weeks.
I mean, I'm looking on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 97% freshness and a 92% popcorn meter. Popcorn.
It's terrific.
Meter, not popcorn.
Popcorn. So definitely, like, everyone should be watching this, and if you don't want to watch it, go listen to the music, because the music's great. They're very, like, good voice actors in it. And the singers, again, like, if you look at, like, their pedigree, it's great. The guy I don't know his name, but he goes, he's like, it's a satchel, it's a purse. That guy.
Oh,
he's like
Zach
their manager.
Galifianakis.
No, the other guy.
What other guy?
He's in oh god, I don't know, I'll figure it out.
It's not a satchel, it's a purse. Is Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, but the other guy who he was fighting with about it.
Bradley Cooper?
No.
Or Ed Helms, or the guy that got lost on the roof that no one cares about.
No, not one of the main guys. I'll figure it out.
Unbelievable. Testing my hangover knowledge.
I can't. Oh, Ken Jeong.
Oh, okay.
He's in I don't know. He's in some TV show.
Yeah, he's in Community.
Well, I can't figure it out. Community. That's the name of it.
He's one of the judges on The Masked Singer.
Of course, I known him as something obscure in a movie that's
he's in
fine.
He's in K-pop Demon Hunters, where I know him.
The voice of the frontman in Squid Game is an English voice, and he is the main baddie. And also one of my favorite YouTubers who I saw at PAX, Pro DZ.
Is that the dude that you were like, oh my god, that's Pro DZ, and I was like, go say hello.
Yeah.
You were like, no, I can't do that. I was like, Pro DZ. He
has speaking lines. Sungwon Cho. He's a YouTuber, and he's also very good voice actor. But he's in this, which is huge, and it's funny. His Twitter was like, hey, by the way, I'm in this, and then it had like 4 or 5 million impressions, and he quotes it and he goes, hey, anytime someone wants to pass me up for someone more popular, I'm just going to show them the tweet that I do have reach. But so great. I have no bad things to say about it, except that we have to wait 2 years for the sequel, and they're already doing a live action.
Wow. Netflix
doesn't play. So instead of watching Happy Gilmore, which I started and didn't finish because I was too busy watching this, go watch K-pop Demon Slayers.
I mean, if you didn't listen to our previous episode last week, go listen to that instead of watching Happy Gilmore, and then go watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people in K-pop Demon, I don't know, K-pop Demon Hunters, Demon Slayers. I keep saying Demon Slayer, but it's Demon Hunters. They're unified, much like the NHL community is unified after today's news. Pez, would you like to share a little bit about the news and some of your impressions?
Well, yes. So for those who are not in the hockey sphere of gaming, like Wabba, Court, and I, the NHL EA Electronic Arts has dropped the NHL 26 cover athlete, one shelled turtle known as Matthew Tkachuk. Then you come to find out, boo this man. Then you come to find out that they did a reveal trailer today, and it shows. Here's the thing I don't like about EA Sports reveal trailers is you can splice the way that they always like custom camera, skating and shooting, is that like you could take 25, split and put it into 26 and put 26's audio over it, and people will think it's 26. Like they all look the same. They all have the same jargon, right? In Madden, it's Field Sense, or it's Boom Tech, or it's whatever. In NHL, it's IQ, right? So last year it was Ice Q. Thank you. Ice Q, and this year it's Ice Q 2.0. And it's, EA is telling us that it's based off of NHL Edge data, which takes all data from all these points of things from the game, from player speed to angle breaks to shot speed to shot power to all this stuff, and that it will be put into the game. On its face, it sounds great. Here's my biggest worry when it comes to NHL 26 is EA is a master at telling you the same thing over and over. Specifically, this happens a lot in Madden, but it also happens in NHL, because if you look through previous press releases, it is like, okay, we've gone back and we've introduced Ice Q. And Ice Q is going to give you the most realistic, up-to-date player attributes, blah, blah, blah. Go the year before that. We've tweaked skating to now have the best, most physics skating you've ever seen in your life. 2 years before that, we have fixed shooting. So shooting is going to be the most accurate shot-based, thing that it'll be like you're playing on a Tuesday night in Boston. You got to see the proof in the pudding. Here is what I did like about it. It seems like they have paid more attention to be a pro than they have in any previous year. And I know that excites you, so I'll let you talk about it. But some of the things they showed, so for instance, they showed a player actually being drafted and walking up and shaking the hand of some bojo, and that I liked. I like that a lot. I think that's really good. That's really immersive. My worry is that once you get through like the first season, like NBA 2K does this as well. Like you get through the first season, it's just the same. What I truly wish they would bring back and be a pro is instead of either you create your own person or you just say, I want to be David Pastrnak, and that's it. Like I want to, like, because old NHL games had that, where instead of creating a player, you just jump into the body of a player and then you're that player. So cautiously, extremely cautiously optimistic, because I don't know. They haven't said a lot, which they're not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just worry that we're gonna be fed the same lines as we, sometimes are, and that it'll feel the same. And what I tweeted about at twitter.com/3dadspod is we're gonna see the same cycle of reveal trailer is going to come out. Everyone's going to say it's the best looking game. It's the best game. It's going to be great. Look how dope this game looks. And then the month after release, they'll be like, NHL 26 sucks. What are we going to play the show or whatever? So I come in, I'm the rain cloud of three dads and a console. So I am here to rain on your parade. But
thank you.
Much like a rainstorm, when I pass, Wabba plays, the sunshine that is this podcast will come up. It'll dry everything I just washed over you, and you'll feel energized. You'll feel happy. And maybe, much like a plant in the sun, you'll grow a little bit. Wabba plays, what do you think?
I believe it was said best. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Kind of like that. Yeah. I don't know what song that is.
That is, but I would say, Skilo. I wish I had a girl. If I did, I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" Impala.
I listened to the pop punk version, so I don't actually know.
Oh God,
I'm not taking that back. So I would say, if we're going with a metaphor, partly cloudy. I am very excited for Be a Pro. I think Be a Pro stinks. It stinks. Everyone's like, "Oh, pricey pawn hockey." Like that's like the tip of the iceberg. That's like the okay, haha meme. And I know people are memeing which is fine.
I don't understand what this means.
Pricey? It's the first, it's like the first line that's unskippable when you start.
See, I didn't play Be a Pro last year because Be a Pro has been the same every year since like NHL 2021. So I was like, yeah,
it's been the same for like 4 years.
I'm not
Yeah.
playing this.
And it gets a lot of so first off, it's not fun. The coach doesn't like it's so weird. You could get a bunch of goals and still be dropped to like the second line or something. The coach asks you for goals that don't make sense. There's a lot of graphic error, like visual errors. It's not fun. The presentation is bad. So actually seeing the presentation of a draft day, much like the Madden one that I don't play, but I see other people do, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Getting drafted. I'm looking for like I think one I've been playing a lot of the college football, and I think it's fantastic. It's challenging, it's bite-sized games, you play a position, you try to be good. That's kind of what I want from being a pro. I want that challenge, but I don't want it to feel like out of place where the coach is like, "Hey, can you get like 5 assists in the second second half of the game?" Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Right.
Or like I rip get a goal and he's like, "Can you get like an assist or lock it down?" And he's like disappointed. Like, brother, I want us a game. That's what I'm hoping for is like an increase in presentation. Like what you mentioned about this, like the stats and stuff. I can tell you, I don't care. And I don't think a lot of people care. I don't
No.
care if Quinn Hughes his skating is relative to how he is as an actual player. It doesn't matter.
Right.
What matters is the attention to modes, presentation, and content. That's what people want. You've been coming out with you haven't been addressing be a pro. And like a lot of gaming parents, and I mentioned this in the article, like would be a good mode for them because all these like Quebec friggin' nerds with like their, opposable thumbs.
Yep.
If you don't want to get beat down by that every night, you can just be a pro. Well, you don't because it sucks. So I'm hoping that they're actually taking a step forward in that. And the other thing is seeing the changes to HUT. Again, we haven't seen a lot, but they have talked about competitive seasons, which is hopefully going to break up the monotony of what like literally every single week it's you play enough rivals games to get enough champs points, and then you go and play champs on the weekend, and then you literally go and do the same thing, and you sprinkle on a little squad battle if you want to get, some objectives. Like it's so boring when you take a step back and think about the play cycle, and the rewards were so bad. It took them 4 or 5 seasons to figure out what a good reward path is. So I'm hoping that because this last year struggled so much that they're taking a lot of lessons learned. And the first was what I'm actually seeing is they're paying attention to these things that people want. I'm not saying GM connected, F that mode. People don't actually care about it. It's a meme at this point. Don't invest time in that. Nobody cares. Nobody has time.
Nope.
On record. But I don't know. Just seeing those two things, I'm excited that they're paying attention. I think the gameplay is fine. I enjoy the gameplay. I like it a lot. I don't like. I would consider myself I'm not a competitive player, but I'm more than a casual player. I enjoy the gameplay.
Yep.
Good. So with that being said, fix everything else.
Yep.
Like make it fun. I don't need the card art is usually amazing. I think that's great. Give me a reason to play. Give me something to chase after. Make it worthwhile. Make it flexible so I'm not skipping events because I don't care about whatever bojos you pick from the, the 80s. Put Bobby Lalonde in the game. Like, what are we doing?
What are you doing, EA? Come on. We as representatives will sign off on the paperwork.
Yeah, I'm just, it's like, but like, it's like, like, let's get some new, like, and I'm just saying that from like, one, because we love him, but two, like, get some new kind of players like in the game. Right now the chase players are Char and Yager. It took me 2 weeks, no, 1 week of playing hardcore to get both of them, which is fine. But like, again, why aren't you getting new players? And I know it has to do with licensing and alumni association, whatever, but like, just invest, get someone that people want to go and make and build that's different.
Right. You can, and I don't want to get into the whole MLB The Show talk that we do every year, but they do roll out, like, they'll retire legends and then roll out new ones. And it feels like NHL doesn't do that. Feels like, or at least they don't talk about it, where it just feels like it's always going to be, Gretzky and Lemieux at the top always. And then you'll get like, you'll get your usuals. You get like Bobby Orr, you'll get Chara, you'll get Yager, you'll get a Yzerman at some point, you'll get a Fedorov at some point, but it's like, where is, like, I don't know, where's the random, like, Tiny Thompson for the Bruins, like one of the best goaltenders that the Bruins have ever had. Like, where is that? Where is a Milt Schmidt?
Where's even Cheevers with his mask? If you put Cheevers in the game, he has a generic LA Kings hat or something, like a helmet.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Give him the mask and make him in 84 so he's usable the first month, and then you just let him go off. But that builds some good grace, because it's like, oh,
Exactly.
Jerry Cheever's in the game. It's the first time he's in the game. I'm gonna go build him or try to earn him through whatever this event is. Call it whatever you want. Call it Retro All Stars or something, right? And then boom, you put in a bunch of not nobodies, but like lower tier 80s and 90s guys, like one for each team that people know about, that they can go build and be excited about for 2 weeks, and then send them off to go get someone else.
Yeah. But and also too in the it's I know we talk a lot about Hut because I think that's the mode that we play the most. Be a Pro, they also showed the USA jerseys, so like they could have like the Four Nations face off, or like fake Olympics.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
They showed holding the cup for like a junior league team, so like just do something. I think last year they did great with franchise mode and the contract negotiation system. I will give a lot of credit there, because it made it a lot easier to have those discussions and not get locked out and ruin it, because I'm cheap and I had a lot of struggle with that.
Yeah, you're
so
frugal.
like
Frugal,
the only thing
cheap.
I hope they do in fair, put fake graphics in for the players' faces instead of looking at John Doe.
How have they not
committed a crime?
This? How have they not?
They did this in MVP baseball when Manny on the cover. They did this over 20 years ago.
They currently do it in MLB The Show. They currently do it in college football. So like EA already has the technology to create AI images of players, and you can just create 10 of them and just cycle through them. It's better than looking at the it's better than looking at the silhouette of nobody, because once you get 5 or 6 years into your franchise, that's literally all you're looking at. So it should not be that difficult to just create a computer image of players and just make everybody. We don't need Connor Bedard's big dumb face. Just give us the AI version of it and just run that with all these players. It should not be that difficult, but they don't do it.
That's the only, that's my big, I think everything else with franchise is fine. Again, I'm a casual franchise player, but like, make those steps. So that's what I'm hoping, is just make the small steps. You don't need to revamp everything. I don't need to see the reflection of the ice off the skates. Just make the quality of life improvements and presentation improvements, and I think you're gonna have a much more successful game, because the gameplay is good. And if people don't like the gameplay, I don't. That's just what what do? You can't overhaul it to the point that's gonna make everybody happy. You have a system that works. The manual passing is great. The DDD one-timers, I know there's criticism, but they tweak that. Like, it's just the gameplay is good.
Yeah. And
what more do you want?
I think it's something to be said that there is only a PS5 and Series X/S version this year. There is no Switch 2 version, which I was a little surprised about, considering Madden is getting a Switch 2 version.
What? That's wild.
EA, my guys. Clappy, I know you're listening. Listen up. Listen good. Where is my PC version? What are you doing? It should not. If you can make this game for the Xbox Series X, you can make this game for PC. They're running on the same platform. Why is it that this game is the only EA Sports Big Four? I guess now, if you want to count college football, it's Big Five.
Let's go.
But that would be the Big Four. It's one of 2 games not on PC, and I can forgive college football because it's only its second year. Madden's on PC. EAFC is on PC. Obviously, like NBA 2K's on PC. The show's not, which I'm like, what are you doing, Sony? Get it together. But I don't understand how, if you want to grow your base, if you want to grow the NHL base, put it on Steam. Don't put it on your garbage EA launcher, because that is trash. Pure trash. Put it on, I guarantee you put that on Steam You can even put it on the garbage EA launcher. Who cares? This game will pick up because I know a ton of people on the PC that want to play it. But then, much like Madden, you'll start getting people who will create mods for this game. They'll breathe life into it. And that sells copies. So for it to not be on PC or Nintendo Switch 2, I'm a little surprised at. Not so much the PC, definitely the Switch 2. Because if I was a Switch 2 owner and then they were like, here's Madden, here's NHL. You know what? If I can take that on the train, or like if I could take that on the plane to Nashville that I'm going to on next week, like we're eating good, fellas. It doesn't matter if the game's fun. It doesn't matter if the game is like good or realistic or not. If you can play your NHL franchise, not at home, work, lunch break at work, whatever, that negates any problems because you're like, oh yeah, we're still moving forward. So a little shocked that that's not a thing with EA.
And what's interesting too is in something like this, it's very little shown, and you can only do so much in, what was it, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes?
Yeah.
But then they come out with more information. So there's a lot of people who are, part of the Game Changer program who just start dropping information. And then articles come out from, different publications, like 3dadsconsole.com. But there's more information from these creators and from these outlets than there was in the trailer. So for me, it's weird that they say, okay, here's a trailer. We got all these people watching, and then we're going to basically give you any information through like what I would consider essentially word of mouth.
Yeah, it was just basically a press release. And then
I would love for them to highlight that, or like put like a bullet on, or like make it a little longer and highlight these things. Have a voiceover. Have just like just a picture of the thing you're showing. Like you did that with the I think the way that they did the draft is a perfect way of doing that, just by showing that you're showing that like presentation in this mode is getting an overhaul.
Yep.
Or you're alluding to it. So like just do that. If you're going to talk about HUT seasons, just literally flash that. Like, what a screenshot of HUT would be, and then flash that. Like, you're giving all the people are finding more information out after the fact than they are before.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because they want to generate trending hashtags or whatever, but I feel like that's not the best way to deliver information, at least from my perspective as a fan of the series.
Well, yeah, and you can still do your press release after, but like you don't have to go into what HUT seasons is. But if you're watching it and they literally just flash it on the screen, new to NHL 26, HUT seasons, boom, pull it away. Takes maybe 2 seconds, right? Pop that in, and then, overhaul, slides across the screen, overhaul, be a pro. And then you show that Bojo getting, shaking the hand in the Utah Mammoth jersey. Mammoth? Is that what they went with?
Mammoth, right? I believe it's
Mammoth.
The Mammoth.
The Mammoth. Okay, so the Utah Mammoths, or Mamotes, if you will. So he's shaking that Bozo's hand. Then you then hard cut to the next thing. You can have the Kachuk Bojos talking about whatever. I don't understand why they do that, because I'm not here to listen to Matt Kachuk be like, oh yeah, when I'm not when I'm not
chewing on my mouth guard,
when I'm not Donald Trump's stupid athletic thing, I like to work hard to be a hockey player and chew on.
When I'm not chewing my mouth guard, I hate it. I hate that. And to just use it or don't.
It's a reveal trailer, but it's more like a sizzle reel trailer, right? But like they could have revealed stuff that was in the press release. So then they go, you want to learn more? Here's the press release, and people like us, or Henrique or Thrash or Deekslayer just go, oh my god, okay, we have to go read it now because HUT seasons is coming. You tweeted out HUT seasons is coming, and everyone hats to the ceiling. But instead they go, oh yeah, that looked kind of fine. People like me that I go, oh yeah, they've said Ice Cube has been here 5,000 different ways, just in different. But then it's like, oh, actually we did revamp Be a Pro. We have HUT seasons is coming, and then you find it, like you said, you find everything after, and it's like, well, you kind of fumbled the bag here, lads.
Yeah, and I will say I've dumped on E3 trailers, or not E3, but like E3 doesn't exist anymore, but other trailers, video game trailers, like the Sony ones, like for learning more about, like, oh god, I forget maybe Concord was actually the game where they had a trailer and it told us nothing, and then you find out more after the fact.
It
was like
basically was like
ship.
it basically was in the ship, and I was like, "Is this
Yes.
like Guardians of the Galaxy? Like, what are we doing?"
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm thinking the right one.
Yep.
And that did well.
And that
But
was
like
it.
that's what I
Shout out
hate is the
console.
trend of like, hey, here's something, and you have to go read our article. I don't want to read your article. Nobody
No.
reads. But they do rate 3dadsconsole.com. Go check it out.
Go check it out right now.
So for you can get all your news there. But there is some more news that is coming. And Pez, you got the detail on the new Battlefield T.
Yeah, so Battlefield 6, another EA jaunt. If this was a Spike Lee movie, it would be called an EA joint, just like it's a Spike Lee joint. Shout out Spike Lee. Also, shout out the Knicks. You stink, bro. So Battlefield 6.
There's like a member of like the Knicks like front office listening to us, like doing his work. He's like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, Jalen Brunson, dude, is like shooting free throws, listening to us, and he's like, "These mother truckers, man."
Just catching a drive, like
just a straight.
What did I do?
L, dude.
I'm just
flies through MSG. Just hits some poor concession stand worker that had nothing to do with it. So Battlefield 6, for those that don't know, is having their open beta starting on August 7th, which is, if you're a
tomorrow.
Good person, if you're a good listener, it means you will have already heard this because you will watch it live at youtube.com/3dads-on-console. However, EA is doing something different this year where they are making PC players turn on a secure boot feature. For those that don't know, secure boot is in Windows 10 and 11, and it is located in your BIOS. Wabba plays. You have a PC. Do you know how to access your BIOS?
BIOS?
Yes.
Like my Twitter bio?
Nope. Your PC BIOS.
Okay. Yeah.
Great.
You go to chat. You go to Chat GPT,
and you
type in, "How do I access my BIOS?"
Access my BIOS. So,
and then it gives you an answer that doesn't work.
So, EA came out and was like, we are requiring secure boot because it will allow us to basically lessen cheating in these games. For those that play FPS games, you know that like Call of Duty is a cheating nightmare. And so what they're doing is basically making you have to go enable this. It will through their, because they use an anti-cheat called Javelin that they created. It combats forms of cheating, most relevant of which include kernel level cheating and rootkits, memory manipulation and injection, spoofing and hardware ID manipulation, virtual machine and emulations, and tampering with anti-cheats. So I was doing some research on this, and I came across this on Reddit, the Battlefield 6 subreddit. This bojo is saying to anyone and everyone who's complaining about secure boot, you either plan to cheat or simply don't know what you're talking about. So some other guy is like, well, this could be a problem for me, and this is what I worry about. This could be a problem for me, which could turn into a bigger problem if he's unlucky. His motherboard is from 2020 and had secure boot off by default. And apparently his particular board has had problems in the past with not booting or bricking after either a BIOS update or booting with secure boot on. So this means that folks who have later motherboards, again, like myself, my motherboard is an MSI motherboard. I built this computer in 2021. So I am taking my PC literally into my hands to see if it works to play Battlefield 6. And going into your BIOS is very easy. At your startup screen, you hold down delete and you can go through the whole thing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna screw up your PC. You could brick it, which is obviously the worst outcome. You could be stuck in an infinite boot loop, which is fixable, but it's a pain in the butt. And while they say that this will be done to curb cheating, I don't think it's actually going to work. Because cheaters will always try and go around the system to be best at being jerks. So just My whole thing is like, I understand why they want to do it, and shout out to EA for at least trying to figure out something different. Apparently, this is worked so well that it's actually also coming to Call of Duty. So again, we'll see with their whole Ricochet anti-cheat stuff. But do your homework, because you could really screw this thing up, and then you're in, at least if you want a good motherboard, couple $100, and then rebuilding a computer, which is pretty easy, but it can be a pain if you don't know what you're doing. So yeah, do your homework, because not everyone is going to be able to do it. A, not everyone is going to be able to find it, and then B, not everyone's hardware is going to be able to handle it. So,
yikes! That I'm glad I play on console, because I'd be horrified to try that. Or I will say this: you're gonna have a lot of disappointed people who purchase this game. Is it on Steam, or is there a different client they buy it from here?
Do they use the EA client? On EA client, yeah.
Because I was gonna say, if you get it on Steam, there's gonna be a butt ton of returns. If it's on the EA client, I still think there will be. I think you have a lot of people who buy it, can't play it, and return it.
Right.
So I think your first day sales are going to be huge, but I think the revenue is going to probably take. I don't know. Obviously, don't know what kind of hit, but like I think there's going to be a large return of this.
Well, and apparently, so it is on Steam, $70.
That's tough, because Steam doesn't care about. They'll give refunds.
Yeah, they don't care. But
with
also,
this reason, yeah.
Apparently, Battlefield 6 isn't the first game to do it. Apparently, Valorant now makes you do that. So again, we'll see. But yeah.
Yeah, but Valorant's like the player base for Valorant is different than the Battlefield player base. Like, I think we can agree, like, they're more hardcore, and I feel like they could navigate this. And I know I'm generalizing, but like a weeby CS type shooter is much more niche than an army shooter like Battlefield. I don't think that's inaccurate. So, and not to say if you don't play Battlefield, you don't know how to work a computer. That's not true. But I just feel like
that's exactly
that type of environment for that's exactly. I'm general, but like I feel like that type of environment is more competitive. Valorant more competitive than Battlefield. I think Battlefield and Call of Duty are more casual.
For sure. So yeah,
I'm stoked.
I mean,
I'm very excited for Battlefield.
Well, I was trying to look up Valorant's player base right now, but I forgot it. I don't think it's on. I think it's only on like the Riot. Client. So
I remember I was so disappointed by the last Battlefield though. So like I was playing it. I had the day off. I think it was like a holiday or something.
Was that the last one?
Yeah. So I played. I got it through the EA Creator Network. I played it with a friend, Buck for a Lap. Shout out. I played it for a few hours. I had fun playing with him. I don't think I picked the game up after that.
I heard it's wasn't fun. Very good now. I mean, it's what 2-3 years later, so like it better be right. But I've heard it's pretty fun.
When they started taking out single player, that's when I think they started going downhill.
Yeah.
That being said, Battlefield 4 great.
Just let me play Bad Company 2 again, will ya? God.
Hardline was great. Hardline was great. 3 had a fantastic story. I platinumed it. Like, the games are good. Online only, I don't need to just run up, shoot someone, get shot, respawn. Like,
sometimes single player games rule the world. And finally, Wabba Plays has been enjoying a wonderful single player game that we've already talked about on the show. So, Wabba Plays, talk to me about your expedition through Expedition 33.
That is a segue of all time. So when this game came out, everybody I think that I know nailed this as a me game. They were like, this turn-based combat, it's, again, good developer pedigree. Like, it seems like it'd be up your alley. First, I will say I played last night, and I played a lot last night, and I think Monday night. There is not a lot of pre-story before it gets into it. Let's call it the prologue. But it's a lot of it's called the prologue. A lot of world building, a lot of character understanding who they are, and it makes kind of that first act much more impactful. This effing prologue is so sad, and it gets sad and then it gets you moving and it puts you in the shoes of the people involved. I'm hooked already. I do not want to give away any of the story. I do not want to give you context of what the title means. I don't want to tell you about. I mean, I'll tell you. It's like it's some form of France, but some from British accents that I don't know yet. But it's so fantastic. It is I will talk about the combat. The combat is great. The combat is, you have action points too. You can use all those action points in one turn and you recharge one every time, or you can kind of save them. There's also a charge system. Like the more hits you get, it builds up a charge to 10. And then once you hit, the higher the charge, the better the special, which I think is a really cool mechanic. There's also a dodge parry that is skill based. So you can either dodge, which is easier, you can parry, which does damage. And I will say it's tough because it's not just one hit. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's multiple.
Yep.
And dude, these these enemies like flinch.
Yes.
Like I saw some memes about it, but like they come out, like they'll do like a fake punch or whatever, and they're like, ha, gotcha. And then they'll like hit you with the jab. And like you're supposed to like block that. It's so tough. And it's a little bit Dark Soulsy from the sense that enemies respawn once you rest. Which I don't like that mechanic because I don't like those games. But visually, I think it's very good. Story building, it's great.
I'm sorry.
I think the characters are great.
Time out. I believe, and maybe I'm wrong, I believe that when you are in a Persona dungeon, when you rest in the dungeon, they also respawn.
Oh, do they? I'm probably distracted by like. You are honestly, I'm probably distracted by the anime.
Yeah, you definitely are. Anyway,
I've got. I will admit that. You're right then.
Can I get your temperature on this? When I covered this game on this podcast, I said that like first half hour is the best opening since BioShock.
I would say one of the strengths is how quickly. Yes. Yeah, I agree. It's better than BioShock, but I do think it's up there. I would say that the amount of world building, the amount of unsettling, the amount that you learn in such a quick amount of time that you can choose to learn by interacting with people or not, even if you don't, and the way it just progresses you, and you were just pushed forward, much like the main character. And he has a little bit more context than you, but honestly, I still think you can be in their shoes. It's tough. Yeah, you're right. I would say it grips. The story is very catching right away.
What I really appreciated with the opening was how they used the contrast of like the red flowers with the rest of the world. It was like such a, it was such an abundance and a brightness that brought such a heavy meaning. That the contrast of it was like, wow, but also visually it's that, especially that opening, like that first half hour, the prologue or whatever, is visually and story wise, like once that happened and you actually jump into act 1, I like put the game down and I was like, I gotta go somewhere else. I'll come back to this.
I think it's too a good mix of open world. It seems open world enough, but it's still very linear, and I 100%. Enjoy that. I do not need. You can stray a little bit. Like there are areas where it's like, hey, are you sure you want to go here right now?
Yeah, and they'll say that. They'll be like, yeah, these things look powerful.
And I think that's so. It's great. It's telling you, it's bringing you on the path that it wants you to go down. It's letting you stray a little bit to feel a little bit more open world. I'm finding exploration doesn't have as much reward as maybe another game, and that's okay. Right.
Yep.
I don't need that. It's like I hear like a 30-hour game, maybe 50 if you're a real completionist. I'm not. And I think that's okay. Like we don't need these giant epic games. But yeah, I think it's terrific. I love it. I'm in. I'm excited to see where things go. I'm probably gonna play it right after this.
And the voice acting.
It's Charlie Cox, right?
Charlie Cox, who plays obviously Daredevil. And then Jennifer English for my BG3 homies plays Shadowheart in Baldur's Gate 3.
I love them. People have been congratulating him on the success, and I love the quotes. Essentially, he's saying like, "Hey, I appreciate that, and I'm glad you enjoy the game, but like I had very little to do with this. It's all the credit to the team. I recorded voice lines for a weekend."
Yeah,
like he did like he did like 16 hours of work, and he's like, guys, I'm not that guy. Like I didn't make this good.
My favorite thing
And
about
I love that.
his character is it seems like when they were designing this game they wanted Robert Pattinson because that's who his character looks like, and they were like, oh well, we can't get him, let's get Charlie Cox, and like, well, it's too late, we can't change his face, it's Robert Pattinson with just Charlie Cox's voice.
That's so true.
It looks just like him. Looks
yeah,
just like
it honestly it really does. But yeah, game's great. Go play it. And also too, the crazy thing is it's consistently cheap. It's on sale, I think, on PSN right now for $45. You can get a physical copy for like between $40 and $50. The only challenge is it sells out so fast. The reason why I haven't played it because I wanted a physical copy. I could not buy it for months. I had to basically reserve a copy, and it showed up 2 months later. I will say I did pre-order some special editions for commerce purposes, but like either maybe they're showing up in November. I don't know.
Who knows?
The success of this game is crazy. Special editions are selling from like $250 to $500 depending on how much it is. They're coming out with even more special editions that are different than the ones out.
Wow.
They get it. They understand how to market. They understand how like passionate like this type of fan base is, and I think they're catering to them very well. And they've got something. So shout out to them. This game is great. This game probably isn't for everyone, but definitely, I don't know. If you like JRPGs, if you like Final Fantasy X, I would compare it to that like the most.
And if you
try it out,
and if you have Game Pass, it's included in your subscription. So
is it?
Yeah, I'm playing it on Game Pass.
Weird.
I know.
Weird. I know. Paying it for free.
I know. You love to see it. You love to see it. So yeah. So it's also on Game Pass.
Oh well, I played it. I played it the way I gave him cold hard cash.
That's right. You played it the way God intended.
On a PlayStation.
On a PlayStation.
Any final thoughts for the folks? We had a lot of topics today.
Yeah. Stay tuned, but there are Jimmy Fun charity streams coming from Wabba and I may or may not have found a bakery to sponsor in making hot dog eclairs. And when I say hot dog eclairs, what I wrote to them was not an eclair that looks like a hot dog, but eclair pastry with hot dog mousse in it. And their reply, I quote, "Greg, this is insane. Count us in."
So hopefully we can at least interview them.
Yeah, I'm going to
do something with them.
Yeah, they're in New Hampshire, but they're close to where I am. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to them after probably next week after this whole like work week is done and be like, hey, like, do you want to make content behind it? Like, could you guys film making it so I can make a commercial for it and like really like bolster up this charity stream?
I was gonna say, they're gonna lose their food and beverage license, except it's once you said New Hampshire, it's like, okay, live free or die, and you're gonna test that boundary.
So this bakery does fun concoctions, obviously not hot dog eclairs, but
I wouldn't call this fun
out there. Dude, I'm actually looking forward to it because
I'm glad you have that optimism.
It's gonna be disgusting, but the way I think about it is it's probably better than warm milk through the hot dog straw. So we'll see. If you guys want to find out, we will talk about our charity streams come September. Yes. But yeah, they'll be there. And hot dog eclairs is my big punishment this year.
Yeah, open up your hearts and open up your wallets.
Yeah, open up your wallets.
We want to do some good.
If you don't donate to us, you're okay with kids getting cancer.
We want to make sure that we are able to make this a success. We're going to have outright games again. What if we hit certain goals? We're going to donate a bunch of video games of theirs to game stations. There are a lot of good games that came out this year and a lot that are planned. So we'll look for more outright news. But again, shout out to them for being willing to do this. And we're going to have some good prizes as well. I know, Pez, you're working on getting some. So again, donate to the team, donate to an individual. Doesn't matter either way. Just donate. Set aside a few dollaroos.
Yep.
And help make an impact. This is something we're both very passionate about. So, get ready. All right. That's all we got. Go check us out on YouTube. We have a lot of NHL stuff coming out. If you care about that, if you don't care about it, still do it, or else we'll be upset. Thanks, guys. We'll see you. Maybe not next week. Wait, you're away next week.
No, I'll be back. I leave on Thursday
away next week. Oh, I'm away
You're
next
away
week.
next week?
Yeah, I probably should have told you that.
Yeah, you probably should have. All right,
Well,
welcome to the
we're all-
post show, everybody, where Wabba just drops information of like, oh, we
We're
might
all
not have a
finding
show
out at the
next week,
same
so I won't
time.
be there.
I wanted everyone
All
to
right.
find out at the same time. All right,
Okay.
bye. We'll miss you. Bye.
All
Stay
right,
back.
bye.